It's almost the 4th of July and I made a flag and side cake. This cake looks harder to make than it really is, but it does take some patience. Get creative with decorating and your colors, and hopefully you will know what you're doing better than I did. Welcome back, or if you're new here, my name is Kate and this is Bake That. All ingredients and items used will be listed in the video description below. I used 2 white boxed cake mixes, but feel free to use your favorite cake mix or a homemade cake batter to make this flag cake. Add the cake batter to a large and a medium-sized bowl, adding more batter to the larger bowl. Add a good amount of red food coloring to the cake batter in the large bowl. This red batter will need to fill one 6-inch cake pan and one 4-inch cake pan. Now add a good amount of blue food dye to the cake batter in the medium bowl. This blue batter will need to fill one 6-inch cake pan. It took a little bit of time to get the desired colors, but the colors make this cake, so make sure you add a good amount of food coloring for the colors to be bold. Pour the red cake batter into one 6-inch cake pan and then one 4-inch cake pan, filling them a little more than half. Pour the blue cake batter into one 6-inch cake pan, filling it a little more than half. Use a cake leveler or a serrated knife and remove the top of the cake. For the 6-inch red cake, you will need to divide the cake into 3 layers, so make sure you cut the cake evenly. Remove the top of the 4-inch cake and evenly cut the cake into 2 layers. These layers need to be thinner since frosting will be in between these cakes. Remove the top of the blue cake with a cake leveler or serrated knife. With a round-shaped cookie cutter, remove the center of the cake. My cookie cutter didn't quite reach the bottom of the cake, so I used a knife to help remove the cake. Use the round-shaped cookie cutter to cut both of the 4-inch red cakes. I had a lot of scraps from this cake, which I'm going to save to make cake pops with. You will need to dye some frosting, blue and red for the decorations. You will definitely need more white frosting than colored frosting. Coloring the frosting did take some time, but I find it helpful to let the frosting sit overnight to get better colors. Add one of the 6-inch red cake layers to a cake stand and add a decent amount of white frosting. The white frosting will act as the stripe, so you want to make sure that you add a good amount. Repeat this step 2 more times for each 6-inch cake layer. Add the blue cake to the top and add one of the red cakes inside. Add a little amount of frosting and then add the last red cake. The top of the cake should be even. Apply frosting to the top of the cake and the sides of the cake for the crumb coat. Place the crumb-coated cake in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes or until the cake is firm. Apply a layer of frosting to the cake, making sure to cover all the crumbs. Use a smoothing tool and try to get the cake as smooth as possible. You can decorate the cake however you would like. Since it's almost the 4th of July, I decided to attempt to make an American flag on the top using a 2D tip. If you want to see a video for an easy American buttercream frosting recipe, check the video description below for the link to that video. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and for all of your nice comments. I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday.